Hello and welcome to this edition of County Report This Week. I'm Mona Virgili and thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, community leaders stand up to gun violence in the county. The police department is launching a new police cadet program. And later in the show, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service is just around the corner. But we begin with the first in a series of budget forums that County Executive Ike Leggett will be hosting during this month. According to the executive, there will be nearly $180 million in shortfall for fiscal year 2017. Additional cuts and additional ways to find revenues. That's how Executive Ike Leggett summarizes projections for his FY17 proposed operating budget.
We just received news from the Comptroller's office that our projections on revenue may be off, and we're trying to figure out why that scenario is the case. But we believe that we're going to solve this, and we're going to solve it in the best way possible. Keep in mind, for the last 2 years, property tax rates for the average household in Montgomery County has been flat. One year we went up for $16 per household. The next year we went down by $17. So in essence, you look at the last 2 years, property tax has been relatively flat. So my view is the way we're going to solve this is that we will have to make additional cuts, and we may at some point need additional revenue.
Half of the $4.4 billion budget goes to Montgomery County Public Schools, another $590 million to public safety, $354 million to pay for debt service, and $315 million to general government functions. The executive voiced against privatizing the operations of the Department of Liquor Control, emphasizing that losing $30 million from liquor sales would have a tremendous impact on the operating budget.
So to make up $30 million, it will cost the average taxpayer in Montgomery County about $100 per household. That is, for us, to shift our liquor operation to a private developer.
Residents were able to ask questions on a myriad of topics, ranging from sidewalk construction, libraries, public safety, to senior housing.
Affordable senior housing is really at a premium in the county. Keep in mind that when you look around the region, Montgomery County has a unique set of circumstances that are happening. We are growing both older and younger at the same time. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,700 students that are coming into our school system every year. That is more than about 5 or 6 counties around us. At the same time, we are growing substantially older in Montgomery County. We have the oldest population, so we have to be mindful of the services that we need to provide for seniors.
The executive will be hosting another 4 budget forums this month throughout the county. All forums start at 7 p.m. For more information or to view the budget, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/open budget. The county is winning the war against homelessness among veterans. Councilmember George Leventhal announced that $500,000 in funding was used to house 18 homeless veterans and helped the county to provide housing for every identifiable homeless veteran.
But what we've learned from this effort to house homeless veterans will assist in our efforts to house the entire universe of clients experiencing homeless. Our agencies are working more closely together than ever before, public and private. We have a new interagency commission on homelessness, which includes our county government, our municipalities, our police department, our school system, our Housing Opportunities Commission, represented here today by Rita Harris, and the nonprofit service providers, among whom I've mentioned, and others. And we're sharing best practices, we're learning from other communities' successes, and I'm just so proud and gratified that we've achieved this milestone this year.
The county committed to ending homelessness for veterans by setting a goal to move 58 veterans experiencing homelessness into permanent housing by the end of last year. The goal was accomplished with the help of community organizations and the county's Department of Health and Human Services. Enough is enough. That was the message during a 1-hour rally held at the old Great Courthouse in Rockville. County Executive Ike Leggett was joined by other elected officials and activists against gun violence. The rally was to take a stand against gun violence.
In 2012, Montgomery County Police recovered 733 guns. In 2013, we recovered 810 guns. Last year, 1,054 guns were recovered by the Montgomery County Police Department. And the majority of those guns were recovered in 4 types of calls: domestic violence calls, calls dealing with individuals dealing with mental health issues, calls dealing with illegal drug transactions, and traffic stops. We know where these guns are coming from. We know when a gun shows up at a crime scene and we trace it back, there's typically, you can find the reason that gun ended up in the wrong hands. There are some common sense legislative things that we can do that will not impact the Second Amendment, will not impact law-abiding citizens in the least. But the fact is that anybody can go on the internet and buy any kind of ammunition they want. The fact is that we continue to sell high-capacity magazines that have no purpose for hunting or sporting or any other recreational use. They have one purpose, and the military needs them, but they have no purpose in a civil society.
Coming up on County Report this week, the police department is looking for young cadets. And we take you to an entrepreneur workshop with Congressman John Delaney. Stay with us. County Report this week is coming right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls: 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Local entrepreneurs and business owners turn out for a workshop hosted by Congressman John Delaney at the universities at Shady Grove in Rockville. My MC Media's Willie James Iman has a story.
This event is about entrepreneurship. It's about making sure small businesses and entrepreneurs understand all the resources available to them to help them succeed in either starting their business or growing their business.
Over 250 turned out for an entrepreneur workshop hosted by Congressman John Delaney at the universities at Shady Grove. One big draw for the event was a member of President Obama's cabinet. Key topics included questions about financing, procurement contracts, and access for minority business owners.
Unfortunately, some of our minority-owned businesses have additional obstacles, right? And that's why it's important we're supporting them and creating opportunities for them. So we can touch on some of those things. So I think it's great that all small businesses are here, particularly our minority businesses, and we have such innovation and so much growth among our minority-owned businesses, so it's an important community to be represented.
We still have an issue of women entrepreneurs getting access to capital, so we're working on that, providing the technical assistance so that they can package their loan and present a good kind of pitch to banks or alternative funding institutions. Another area that we find they have issues with is access to procurement opportunities with the government, and that can be local, state, and federal.
The head of the SBA also chimed in on what the White House is doing to help.
We have put in more outreach programs in place. We're doing more counseling. We put in more into micro loan programs, so we're identifying more intermediaries. We're recruiting credit unions, and all of this has helped us get to 23% higher with people of color.
And there were some questions about the move to privatize the Department of Economic Development.
A little disappointed to see that the current makeup of the incoming board is mostly large businesses. This was something that small businesses voiced as a concern, that they felt that they weren't being heard or being represented. I'm hoping that moving forward we'll see more small business representation.
For County Report this week, I'm Willie James Inman.
Thank everyone.
The Montgomery County Police Department is launching a new program called the Police Cadet. Here's Officer Demond Johnson from MCPD to give us more details. Officer, what is the goal of the program and who qualifies?
The goal of the Montgomery County Police Cadet Program is to provide qualified and interested applicants the opportunity to apply to see how we do things within the police department as a police officer. The applicants who qualify would be of 18 years of age, have a high school diploma or a GED, possess a valid driver's license, and be able to complete a background check.
Officer, how can young people apply?
Young people can apply by going to our website at www.joinmcp.com. Once the applicants are selected through our committee, they will be directed to go to Montgomery College and register for the Police Cadet Program Academy class. Once they register for that class, then they will be starting our academy, which will start on May 23rd and complete on July 1st.
Thank you very much for that information, Officer Johnson. Woodlawn Manor Plantation in Sandy Spring has strong historical ties to Underground Railroad activity. In just a few months, the stone barn at this property will be unveiled as a new visitor center, and it will pay tribute to the Quakers and the Underground Railroad experience in Montgomery County. Some lucky council members got an early glimpse of this county treasure.
On Friday, November 6, Montgomery County council members and their staff were treated to a sneak peek of the newly restored Woodlawn Stone Barn Visitor Center in Sandy Spring. Besides bringing a significant historical structure back to life, the carefully researched exhibits introduce visitors to the history of this heritage area.
They will learn about the Underground Railroad, the Quaker heritage within especially the Sandy Spring, Brookville area, as well as becoming introduced to some of the agricultural practices of the Palmers during the mid-1800s. The barn is also the trailhead for the Underground Railroad Experience Trail guided hikes, which are conducted seasonally.
Come on through.
We wanted to introduce them to the barn. They've heard a lot about it. We are still looking for support to move the project forward, get staffing that we'll need to open it on its full-time schedule next year. And really to excite them, get them excited.
And it seemed to work. Councilmember Sidney Katz and Nancy Florine expect this new space to attract visitors of all ages.
Well, this is an educational experience that every one of us, regardless of what age we are, should come and see it.
He still has enslaved laborers.
I knew that the Sandy Spring area had an underground railroad. I didn't realize it to the degree that it did, and I didn't realize that there were Quakers that owned slaves.
Woodlawn Manor here really nails it in terms of explaining the Quaker heritage, the evolution from a tobacco-based economy to an agricultural-based economy, and the challenge of what was a slave-owning community.
The building itself is part of the story. Dating to 1832, this three-story stone bank barn served the plantation that once operated here. Its carefully planned restoration has created a backdrop that integrates seamlessly with the displays.
We have taken this historic structure and mixed a little of the old with the new, with some innovative, new 21st century technology to only complement the beauty of the structure itself. To give them a little wow, but to walk away and understand that this is a gem within the county as the historic structures go.
The Woodlawn Stone Barn Visitor Center is due to open to the public in the spring of 2016. Check the Montgomery Parks website for more information.
Coming up on County Report this week, snow season is here and the city of Rockville is ready for whatever Mother Nature sends our way. And don't forget to set aside time for the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. We'll tell you where you can volunteer. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yeah, salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, double ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Looking for a way to get around downtown Silver Spring? Hop on the Route 28 Van Go Free Circulator. The Route 28 Van Go Free Circulator provides rides Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to midnight and Friday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fast, convenient, and free. There's no better way to get around downtown. To find out more information about the Route 28 Van Go Free Circulator, including route information, visit us online or dial 311.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The temperatures are dropping, and that means snow could be just around the corner. In Rockville, the Department of Public Works is making sure that your travel plans in the city are safe this winter. Rock 11 Now's Colby Ford tells about the city's plan when the snow finally falls.
Believe it or not, it's winter, and snow may be coming our way sooner than later. And we all know that snow on roads can equal a rough ride on streets and make it hard to walk around town. Although there is no snow in sight right now, that's not stopping the Rockville Department of Public Works from being prepared for when those first flurries fall.
We've had a very unusually warm start of the winter, but despite that, we are ready to go. We have a full salt dome. We have our trucks ready to go. Our crews are ready to go. And so when it does come, and we know it will come, we are prepared.
And just because Old Man Winter has been kind to us, it doesn't mean you shouldn't be prepared too.
And our second message is we're asking residents to not fall prey to not being prepared also because of this warm weather, because when it comes, it's going to come. So make sure they have what they need on hand, their ice melt supplies, their shovels, and things like that, so they're ready, because we plow about 175 miles of city streets, but residents are responsible for those sidewalks in their driveways adjacent to their property.
So that means, Rockville homeowners, you'll have to grab a shovel and move the snow from the sidewalk in front of your home. For 3 inches or less, you have 24 hours to clear the sidewalk. 3 to 10 inches, you have 2 days. And any snow accumulation over 10 inches, you have 72 hours to clear the sidewalk.
And the other tips we like to give is if you have a fire hydrant adjacent to your property, we like to see if you can't clear that fire hydrant out, because if there's a fire, it'd be awful good to have that fire hydrant clear before the fire department gets there. So if you do have one near your house and you are capable, then please clear that fire hydrant.
For more information on how you can count on Rockville's Department of Public Works this winter, head to our website at rockvillemd.gov/publicworks and click on Snow and Ice Control. For County Report This Week, I'm Colby Ford.
The day of observance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday will be Monday, January 18th. During this day of service, thousands of volunteers will come out to participate in community service projects that help many local nonprofits.
One of Martin Luther King's quotes that everyone, they look upon, and what we stand by, our mantra in Montgomery County, is that everybody can be great because anybody can serve. And so that's what we really try to focus on that day, especially with the kids and the things that we do on that day.
To find out where you can volunteer, go to montgomeryserves.org. In addition to service opportunities for MLK Day, Montgomery County will also be having its fabulous annual Martin Luther King Jr. tribute and celebration held at Strathmore at 3:30 p.m. and it is free. For those interested in attending, you should obtain tickets by visiting strathmore.org or by calling 301-581-5100. Now that 2016 is here, the basketball season is kicking into high gear at Montgomery College. And MCTV's Michael Brown has a look at how both Raptor teams are doing so far.
Entering the second half of the season, it's beginning to look like it's going to be a special one for both MC basketball teams. On the men's side, we're witnessing a dramatic transformation of the program under new head coach Keith Bird. The last few years have been rough, but Bird has come in and quickly turned things around. Currently 11-3, the Raptors have already more than tripled last year's win total. They've already had one 7-game winning streak this season, and they're in second place in the Maryland JUCO Conference. Under Bird, the Raptors are playing smarter ball, and they play hard at both ends of the court. And for the first time in years, they have a strong inside-outside game. The inside is dominated by Pat Smith. The freshman is averaging a double-double, 16.8 points and 16.3 rebounds a game, and was Maryland JUCO's Student Athlete of the Month for November. The Raptors' outside game is the domain of sophomore D'Angelo Vaughn. He's putting up 20 points a night and has won 2 games so far this season with last-second threes. The MC women's team got off to an uneven start, mainly due to a nasty run of injuries. But they're healthier now, and the wins are coming. Head coach Tarla Gasquet's team has won 4 of their last 5, and they're the odds-on favorite to take the Region 20 crown and play for a chance to return to nationals. The difference makers for the Raptors are a core of solid sophomores, led by Nicole Cunningham. The Seneca Valley grad is unstoppable when she's on, and she's been on a lot, averaging 17.3 points and 10.7 rebounds a game. And she's getting plenty of help from the trio of Erica Lindsay, Hilavi Mensah, and Steph Pantos, who are all averaging in double figures. Now there's lots of season left, but as we enter the heart of it, it looks like the best is yet to come for both MC teams. For County Report this week from Montgomery College, I'm Michael Brown.
Walt Whitman High School in Bethesda has been chosen for a concussion research study to begin early this year. Dr. Andrew Lincoln, one of the lead researchers of the study, discusses the use of a new device that will help detect concussions.
The whole idea of the BrainScope device is to see whether or not that gives us additional insight and information for clinical management and diagnosing a concussion. So we're hoping that it's going to be an additional tool in the toolbox for our clinicians to both identify a concussion as well as manage it and figure out when it's safe for them to get back on the field, get back into the classroom, and get back into their normal lives.
Coming up on County Report this week, there are hundreds of recreation programs to stay fit during the winter months, and now there is a 100-mile challenge. And we'll take you to a place where children are easily learning Swahili. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Learning a new language can be a challenge, but children learn to sing and count in Swahili after school at the AWC Kids Story Time, hosted by the African Women Council. Take a look.
African Women Council is an organization that was started in 2002, and we founded it really to help the African immigrant community in this state navigate through all of the different challenges that they may face.
Living in a new country and sticking to your roots can be a challenge.
Having grown up in Montgomery County, we're originally from the Democratic Republic of Congo. So we grew up here, and I had the blessing of having my mother enforce us in speaking Swahili and speaking to us solely in Swahili because she didn't want us to forget. And now that I have my own children and that I'm an adult, I see the importance of that.
Parents here tonight at the Praisner Library in Burtonsville agree.
My little one always gets involved with Spanish people because our friends and our family is from Mexico. So she didn't know until now that there's a lot of people from different countries.
Teaching children Swahili and other African languages is only part of what the African Women Council provides.
We not only work with children, but with adults, we provide a lot of different services from immigration information and referrals. We also provide workforce development programs.
Helping newcomers transition into the community and remain true to their heritage is a top priority.
We want families to not feel like when they immigrate to the States that they have to shed everything from the past. We really want them to bring everything that they have, all of their experiences, their language, their food, their culture, and just infuse it with the beautiful and wonderful opportunities that you have here in Maryland and the United States.
For County Report this week, I'm Willie James Inman.
With the holidays gone, we would like to remind county residents to recycle the live Christmas trees. Just place a tree at the curb on your regular recycling collection day. Make sure that all ornaments, lights, and stands are removed from the tree. For more information on recycling, visit the county's website at montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling. Get ready to walk. Montgomery County Recreation will kick off the 100-mile challenge on January 20th. Residents are encouraged to participate individually, as families, or friends groups. The program is self-reporting, and the goal is that you complete 100 miles in 100 days. That's just a mile a day.
We would like everybody to participate in the 100-mile challenge. It's really simple. You can get 100 miles by either walking, running, swimming, hiking, biking a mile a day, or doing 20 minutes of any physical activity, such as housework, shopping, playing with your children. It goes till April 30th, and at the end, we're going to have a large festival where you can come and pick up your challenge coin if you complete the challenge. Throughout the 100 days, you'll be able to get prizes, and we'll draw them every single week.
There will be an official kickoff event at the Holiday Park Recreation Center on Ferrara Drive in Wheaton on January 20th from 7 to 9 p.m. The event will include a healthy tasting reception, teen fitness activities, and a Zumba dance group activity. Tracking logs will be sent to everyone who registers at activemontgomery.org using activity number 12252. For information, call 240-777-6840 or go online to montgomerycountymd.gov/rec. On New Year's Day, Montgomery County's Animal Services Division seized 66 dogs from a Rockville area home. For now, the dogs of varying ages, sizes, and breeds are being taken care of at the Animal Services Center in Durwood while the investigation continues.
I think the most important thing about the case is to be patient with it. Processing 66 dogs took almost 16 hours, and it's very time and staff intensive. The investigation is time and staff intensive, and we're doing everything we can to move it along. We ask for a little patience, a little understanding with that, and as soon as we can release these animals or get them in, try to find homes for them, we will.
Now it's time to meet our pets of the week. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more. Kathy?
We have a very special case here. These two cats were given up by their previous owner months ago. They've been here for ages, and they're a bonded pair, so we really want them to be adopted together. And as you can see, they're purple care. That means the fees will be waived if you take them both together. They're both just about 8. Very, very nice cats, but they don't show themselves well here because they're scared and they're looking for a loving home. Please come and see Fuzz and Honeycat. They really want to go home together. Please call us at 240-773-5900 or visit Fuzz and Honeycat on the web at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD.
With that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.